All right, y'all, let's get into this Larsa Pippen tea. The 48-year-old Larsa Pippen is in these streets. She was recently spotted in Miami dining with Michael Jordan's 31-year-old son, Marcus. We have the photo provided to us by TMZ. Now, do y'all think Larsa is once again robbing the cradle? Al, what you think? Would you date Larsa Pippen?
Oh yeah, but I'm Michael. Well, I'm younger than them, but I'm her age, right? This is. Can I ask a few questions? All right. You remember back when your parents had friends when you were growing up? Like we know that Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan were actually very good friends because they played on the Chicago Bulls together, and we know that they were. If you watch the documentary, they were very good friends on and off the court. So wouldn't that make
Larsa, his aunt.
yeah, like his auntie, right? It would make her like Marcus's auntie. She probably used to hold him and rock him to sleep when they all hung out. This is creepy to me. This is really creepy to me, and it's really starting to speak to who her real character is, if you ask me. Because given her track record, she loves younger men. I believe she was hunching that man. I believe she was hunching him. And Larsa, you need to do better because you can't go from cradling and putting the boy to sleep one minute to sleeping up in his bed the next. That just ain't cool.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, sorry.
Well, you know what? I think it's unfair. I think that whole rhetoric is presumptuous. It literally it could be as innocent as we're both in town. I haven't seen you in a while. Let's catch up. Tell me about your girlfriend. Tell me about college. Tell me how you've been. I mean, the pictures don't show them holding hands or sitting on the bench together, canoodling. For all we know, it could have been an auntie nephew conversation meeting. I'm just giving her the benefit of the doubt.
You
Now,
need to, because they were seated right beside each other.
looking
If it was just harmless, you wouldn't necessarily have to sit right beside him. You could sit across from him or on the other side of the table. It doesn't have to be a him, her. Like, no, I ain't buying it.
No one says anything when a 52-year-old man and a 28-year-old woman hook up. Never. It's not a big deal. Now, when you get in the teens and like the late teens, that's one thing. But, um, I think the cringy part is, the relation to Michael Jordan, if there is something going on. But I think Larson's been having a midlife crisis for a minute and not even take this situation out of it. She's kind of just been like, just in these streets. And maybe that's, she was married for a while and she feels free. And she wanted to just get her a little freak on it. People kind of come alive the second half of their life after they go through a divorce. And they just want to, hey, I'm living for me now. I don't know.
I mean, if they are fooling around or whatever, Juanita Jordan need to call her and cuss her ass out
Right.
because it's disrespectful. It's not even just it's not even it's disrespectful to me as a mother, as a former friend of yours, as I'm sure those families spent a lot of time. I know good and well you are not seducing my son or engaging him like that. And for her, it's nasty.
Right.
If you did have an auntie nephew relationship with this boy, you're nasty. And thirdly, Larsa, there are a lot of thirsty black rappers, up and coming rappers, half signed NBA players that you could go play with who will gladly go around the world and in your Tootsie Cat. Leave family and family friends alone. The beef between Michael Jordan and Scottie is already thick enough, and we don't need you adding this extra layer of complexity to it.
And let me
And
just
married men, and married men, and married men. Let's not forget the young boy was married.
the other one, yeah. And let me just add this and correct something real quick. Scottie Pippen has said in his book that him and Michael Jordan were never really friends. They were co-workers at best. So there is some kind of tension there. So I don't, like you said, Q, she is
Enough.
she ain't help. Yeah, she ain't
Yeah.
she ain't helping the situation with doing all this. Larsa, holla at us and tell us if you want to come on the show. Maybe we can talk to you about this because I want to know about you in the future, you and the little Michael Jordan boy, and whoever else is in them DMs. I know they thick.
One last thing before we get out of here. Here's the thing, though, what Larsa needs to understand. I guess Larsa whole thing is she trying to get it while she still got a little youth left on her, because none of these young boys are going to lock you down because you got Spaniard blood in you, you got European blood in you, and at one point you're going to start looking like cottage cheese while they still young and supple, and they not going to want your ass no more. So I guess she trying to get it while the getting still good.
Black Opal Dream says she was in the streets throughout their marriage, though. Yeah, I did hear that, allegedly. Pixie Prince says, people say meddling. My son is 22 and people forever think we are dating when we go to dinner. Don't nobody care what strangers think. That's true. Like, that's good points by both of you. You don't really know what's going on.